I have with me students and participants who have registered themselves for the Career Summit by British Council. So one important point which most people point out is the fact that, well, abroad, in the UK, let's say, your education is usually more practical oriented. So there's a lot of focus on, the whole the practical aspect of it. The theory is not really so much in focus, but it's just the opposite in India. Would you agree with that now that you've seen both sides of the coin?
Yeah, I would agree because in they have different patterns. They have research work and they have theory also. So when you do your a dissertation kind of thing, you have to research a lot and you have to get into that field and you have to see all the practical aspects of that because you have to do your surveys and look after that. But in India, it's like it's more theory based and bookish, as he said. It's all it's kind of bookworms kind of thing. So, but there you get an opportunity also to work and see the outer world and also see how it goes in the real world, basically.
What about the academic process? Like, what should you follow? Like a few pointers you need to follow if, let's say, you want to go to a good college and sort of the entire process, basically.
It all starts from when you start planning. If you're planning for a graduation, then obviously your 10th and 12th both help you strengthen that criteria. You should probably aim for all the Russell Group institutions because they are the IBs of UK.
Isn't it also, it also has another side to it? For instance, you're used to one particular way of studying, like
Yes.
over here, the way it is here. Your graduation, you pursue in that entire way, and post-graduation, it changes completely.
Yes.
So what I think you all faced. So what about that? I mean, then what do you do? So do you think it is a good option to do that?
Thankfully, I did both the undergrad and postgrad from there, but I've seen people struggle a lot in masters. I've had friends from Italy and Germany who were terrible at referencing, and I would need to proofread all of their assignments and help them a lot. But the tutors do help you out. Yes, of course, the standard of education is very, very different. You can't do a Wikipedia assignment there. They will plagiarize you and fail you and put you in front of a panel and you'll have to redo all of that work.
And what about like government-run scholarships? I mean, rather than the private ones, I mean, what about the government ones? What's the scenario there?
Okay, I mean, I can tell you firsthand because my brother is planning to go this year, so I've been researching a bit for him.
Yeah.
And what I found out is, because I didn't do much research for myself actually, but yeah, I mean, the best way is every university has their own scholarships, So it's best to apply to a uni which you think gives you a scholarship. I mean, outside funding is really difficult. I mean, let me rephrase that. It's very competitive, So you have like a 1%, 1 in 100 chance, which is not exactly
what you said.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, but I know people, which a university gives them a £2,000 scholarship, and that's a pretty big deal. I mean, if you convert it. So yeah, I think I'd say if a uni is giving you a scholarship, then apply to that uni, and that'll be good for you.
Another important point to keep in mind, let's say if you're looking to go abroad, would probably be doing your research about the sort of university you would want to study, because you have quite a few universities there, and some of them probably their degrees are not recognized here in India. So what did you all do about that? Did you do your homework and
I think
how did you go about
when it comes to getting in universities, they have a very clear and transparent process by the UCAS. So there are 5 universities that you could probably apply through that portal, and all of those universities are recognized and legitimate from the UK. Of course, you must check, like I did for my law school, if the degree there is recognized by the Bar Council here. So if you're doing specialized course, if you're doing something specific and you want to target at a particular sector, make sure that whatever you're doing is relevant when you come back home.
So I understand you would want to take up entrepreneurship and start your own venture in the future sometime.
Yes, eventually. Yes.
Okay, so how does this help you? Like this particular degree that you have from the UK, how does it help you?
Well, for one, it's allowed me to it's facilitated my getting a great job in Pune. I work for a steam automation firm called Forbes Marshall in Pune, and I also go to the UK from time to time to work there for a project and come back, for example. And I think basically the whole concept of you actually studying abroad and coming to India and sharing that knowledge and sharing that experience with someone is great. And entrepreneurship, of course, is a different issue altogether. But that has allowed me to actually get the experience that I really need to become an entrepreneur eventually. जैसे लोग बोलते हैं, you go into entrepreneurship and I'm an entrepreneur. It doesn't work like that. It takes time. It takes some experience.
It does.
And yeah, well, that's my studying in the UK at Warwick has allowed me to do just that. So it's been great for me. Yeah.
Okay, well, you also want to be an entrepreneur, right?
Yes.
So, see, in the last couple of years, we've seen a wave of entrepreneurship in India.
Yes.
So, do you think you've missed out on something probably, instead of.
No, I think we're at the right place at the right time. It's
Okay.
only gradually starting, and it all depends on working your CV out first. I mean, you need to have some background to be able to make people take you seriously, because that is really important when it comes to actually doing business and catching clients. So once we've established ourselves with some relevant work experience, I think it will be a good thing for the economy to start something of our own and contribute to the Indian economy.
All right. So, any pointers that you have for students who are looking to pursue their career in the UK?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to think I've made some good friends. I have a friend getting married in Hong Kong next year, so and Russia. So, it's pretty good to have some global connections. And as you said about entrepreneurship, I mean, they teach you, every culture teaches you something different, right? So, I think in the end, your experience is what helps you when you're taking a big leap from a job to a venture or whatever. So, yeah, I just say enjoy the experience and meet new people, make new friends.
All right. So, those are a few pointers you could probably keep in mind if you're looking to study abroad in the UK.
What if you're a postgraduate who wants to branch out on his own? With startups being recognized and feted in India, many say this is the best time to be an entrepreneur here. Another plus for students armed with a UK degree.
The kind of people that we're looking for right now are go-getters, are not afraid to go ahead and cross a boundary. We're looking for good people initially who will go ahead and affect our people in a much more positive manner and add value in terms of the exposure they've gotten with the kind of education right now at the British Council.
So startups are not the only ones who will appreciate your entrepreneurial spirit. As a matter of fact, well-established companies too have much respect for this streak.
In fact, a lot of talent that we are hiring today is not just for business development or for project management, but we are also hiring entrepreneurs in residence. People who are really passionate, have an idea or don't have an idea, but we see the spark of entrepreneurship in them, and people who love to build things. So the talent of today is not just looking for jobs. They're looking for avenues to build something above and beyond doing a normal job.